we're in BIONICLE Heroes DS.
BIONICLE
How do you feel about
Heroes.
this game, Slime? You've seen it so far.
It reminds me of that one game. What is it called? Doom.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've heard
Oh
of it.
yeah.
It's a very famous game where John Doom has to go around and shoot the Doomlings.
Right, right. Yeah. I never actually played Doom, but
I've also never played Doom. I've never played a single Doom game in my life.
there is actually a mod for Doom that like is a Bionicle mod, but like really I don't know why that exists. Like they should just, you know, play this game. Like, this
You
is-
know, exactly. Because it's basically the same game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean this
We'll
like
I will say that this is interesting because, how did it control on the original DS? Because, like,
oh yeah, the controls were awful. Like so there are many input types. So obviously you can use the DS stylus, and that's one kind of input. Like, but apparently
oh, that's on the bottom
yeah, yeah. So you can
they're
kind of like
controlling that.
yeah, you can kind of control your reticle via the DS stylus, but apparently that just wasn't actually that great. As I've kind of seen most people online play with the analog kind of control, where you use the face buttons to move the camera. So you can kind of imagine like it's not great. Like you use the D-pad to move and use the face buttons like A, B, X, Y to like actually see things. Yeah, it's quite cumbersome. So I wouldn't recommend playing it on original hardware. I mean, I did play it back in the day, like back in I guess 2007 probably. Oh yeah. One of the interesting things is that you get like, so right now I'm actually not playing any of the Toa Nika. I'm playing some kind of nondescript Toa that has a Zamor sphere, a Zamor launcher. But basically, like you can actually get the masks for like 2001, 2004, and 2006. And they're kind of like denoting different levels. So like if I get this, then I can unlock Jawler, but that was actually just the Howl. And unlike the console version, it is actually like a permanent thing. So like it can be permanently upgraded, and I can just play Jawler for the entire game. Which is actually kind of recommended if you want to get through this game really fast, because Jawler's weapon is just like super effective against basically everything. So yeah, it's super useful. So when we do actually play this, I'll probably be doing like Hakon's level first, just so that we can unlock Jawler. And access is super fast, like kind of submachine gun, I guess. It's yeah. You know,
As we all know, the weapon that Jawler
yeah,
canonically
it's a classic. Oh, there are these little secrets here. So I was attempting to like jump off and get this, because now I can't. But yeah, it's a neat game, I will say. Like it's got some cool stuff going on.
Very distinctly different than the console version, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, you probably have noted that like some of the enemies, like the Rakshi, are no longer bosses, but like are just regular enemies, and that's how they're originally supposed to be in the prototype. So like they kind of changed that in the console version, and basically the only bosses there are the Paraka. Unfortunately, there's no like Rudaka or like Axon, I guess, or Brutaka, or Sidorak in this version. which is kind of a shame. Like,
But also makes sense because it was the Nintendo DS.
yeah. It's just impressive that they were able to get this, like, and plus, like, these high quality textures look pretty swell. Like,
Yeah.
like it's clear that, you know, it was basically just hardware limitations, but their direction for the game was definitely really, like, visually compelling, or I mean, it's like visually interesting at least. Much more than the console version. Like a lot of the like a lot of the levels kind of feed into each other. And also, one thing I love about this game is that, so you see this lava right here, right?
Hmm. It's better than the lava in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I mean, what?
Yeah, well, basically, there are secrets everywhere, and once you've upgraded Jollar to his third form after you beat Hakan, you can actually just, like, walk under, like swim in lava. So it, like, recontextualizes some of these places where you're just like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna go past this, no worries, you know. But then you, like, observe, wait a second, now I can actually explore this. So it has, like, a lot of replay value, actually. And even this part right here, there's, like, you can actually go through the lava. So, like, it's just kind of neat that, you know, in the other, like, in the console version, you can, you know, interact with stuff with various Toa. Like, they have different abilities, but you don't have to unlock them at all. They just have those abilities right off the bat. And they also don't keep them as some sort of secret. They literally have an icon saying, you need to use this Toa here. But in this game, there is no such indication. You have more of a sense of discovery in this game, which I really dig. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really neat. I would you've talked about this game a lot and how cool and interesting it is. But it is interesting seeing this in motion.
Like,
and especially
yeah.
with the higher quality
This guy.
oh yeah, well, that's
So,
that's Yaller. That's Yaller.
So one of the things that they well, like, one of the obvious changes is that this nondescript Toa, who there is sort of a cutscene, I guess, like, or there's like a bunch of panels that kind of show the story of this game, where, like, the Toa and Nika get captured by the Paraka, and you are just a Matoran, like a nondescript Matoran who kind of looks like Jollar but isn't Jollar, and you basically, like, go into a pool of Protodermis and get turned into a Toa, and then your job is to save the Toa Nika. But, so, basically, you can construct, much like in the other game, but you don't have to use Hyuki. You use this nondescript Toa to do that, to actually construct, and it's much less prevalent as a thing. Also, one of the things that I really love is that hero mode is no longer a required thing. You never have to use it. So, like, it is an optional thing, and it doesn't, I think, make you invincible, but it does make you just more powerful for a limited time. So I can activate it here.
It's also not the same music.
Yeah. The music is actually really good in this game. Like, the composer actually is on YouTube, and they posted kind of the high quality, like, the actual versions of them before they were compressed. And, like, even in the DS, like, it sounds really good, but when you hear the uncompressed version, it's like, yeah, these are really solid compositions. Highly recommend listening to the OST. But yeah, like,
Oh, it's a Vaki. Hello.
Oh yeah,
Honestly, all things considered, these models are actually like pretty decent.
yeah,
That's immediately recognizable. Not only what Vaki that is, but like, it's correct. Like,
yeah.
that's what the real model looks like.
And plus, there's actually more enemies, weirdly, in this game than there are in the console version. So, like, in the console version, there's Borak, Vizorak, and Vaki, I think. Although, maybe there aren't even Vaki. No, there are Vaki in the console version. But in this, there's actually, like, Nui Jaga and Nui Rama and the Muwaka as well. Plus, there's an enemy that like is from the Rahi Beasts book. The frost beetle. Yeah, it's just kind of interesting, you know, where they got some of the enemy designs in comparison to the console version. Oh yeah, so I guess I should say, like, so there is this meter, this like lightning bolt that is like the ammo. Oh yeah, check this out, the Rockshi. It's doing its thing. It was like, you know, doing the animation that it does like in the movie, you know, where it kind of is floating in the air, like how they glide, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's multiple colors of Rockshi.
Yeah. No, there's the basically all varieties, and also the levels are really short too. So I'm thinking about when we do proper recording of this, to basically do the entire game. I haven't tried to like record any like playthrough of this. The one that I did casually took about 4.5 hours, but that's because I was like trying to search for a lot of secrets. I was playing, you know, fairly slowly, but now, you know, especially that I know that Jaller is the optimal, you know, like weapon for this, because it just mows down enemies super fast. I could show off Kongu if you want. Kongu. So one of the things that you unlock once you've beaten the Paraka of each respective zone is you
and that's it shows what level you're at with the icon there. That's 1, and then that's 3.
Exactly. Yeah, one of the things that you get is actually a special ability, and Kongu's special ability is that he can actually float in midair for 4 seconds. So he can actually like levitate.
You can pull a Princess Peach from Super Mario Bros. 2.
Basically. And you can actually use this ability to find secrets. So, like, they just thought of a lot of cool stuff for this. Yeah. So with this weapon, you can kind of, it's very useful in groups. So there's like groups of enemies, and it basically acts like as a chain electro gun. But yeah, no, I really dig this. I see again, like there's lava here, and once you get the upgraded Jaller, you can go into the lava.
You are about to die.
Yeah.
He's chasing you.
Yeah, he's gaining. Yeah, so there's a bit more like interesting strategies, I guess, or like you actually do need to manage your ammo, which I don't think is a real concern in the console version. Like there isn't really an ammo meter at all. So yeah, and plus it's actually a little harder to get hero mode, so it's more for like a strategic thing, you know?
And then just a
That's a really good rendition. Like I'm surprised maybe it just got stuck in your ear.
I have never played BIONICLE Heroes. The only time I have ever seen it is when we did our test recording, and when we actually did our recording. That is how awful that music is.
Yeah.
That it can stick in my head that well, because it was just constantly looping.
Yeah.
Awful.
So I feel like the ammo like meter here just provides just so much more of a strategy to actually taking out enemies in this. Oh yeah, one of the things that I just find kind of funny is that if you read the manual for this game, it does mention how this nondescript TOA can construct, but it also mentions how when you actually destroy things, that's called distraction, which is just fantastic.
Distraction.
Yes.
Not to be confused with distraction.
No. But yeah. Yeah, no, like, you can clearly see there's, like, a level theme. Like, these are kind of mines, you know? Which was kind of slightly more distinct than the other level. And, like, the next level actually is really cool because it actually has, like, there's more of a sense of cohesion with these levels, like that they actually feed into each other, where BIONICLE Heroes on the console is just, it's kind of generic looking all around. Like, you can't really distinguish the levels that well, but like this is clearly, you know, like there's mine rails here. There's like interesting details for each of the levels that make them unique. Guy. Oh, that's for Kalma's mask. Huna. And now it's level 2. Yeah, so, like, oh yeah, I can use hero mode here, probably. And the hero mode theme is just better. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's a letter here. So,
What does this music remind me of? This music reminds me of something.
Yeah?
I don't know. It's reminding me of something from some... Okay. I
No.
don't know what, though. Hero mode didn't last for long, did it?
No, it doesn't. It like, it's really just like a boost, basically. You know, that you can use at certain points. There's not much consequence to dying other than like losing gears. But it also just slows things down because then you have to like respawn. So I do tend to avoid death. Just, you know, because yeah, so not fun. Would not recommend. Cooling vats. Okay. This is like super great. There's a specific room in this level that, well, there might be a bit of repetition here. I think in this level design right here. At least for this initial room. Most of it is fairly distinct, and there's a specific room that I just think is like just fantastic. And I'll you can probably guess which one it is when it comes up. But yeah, this is I think after this level is a Hakan, the boss battle. So I'll probably end this recording there. But I just wanted to show you like how this kind of game works. Yeah. I just really like it. Like it's fairly solid. It might be maybe slightly repetitive, much like the console version, but I honestly find it just more enjoyable. Probably because of the strategy. Okay, this is the room. Like they didn't need to. They didn't need to do this, but they did, and I appreciate this. Like,
yeah,
so
some class.
these are the cooling vats for this level, and so this is like these are actually things that you can actually dive into them, once you get the upgraded Holly. Holly can traverse underwater, much like you can traverse in lava, and so there's incentives to replay levels so that you can get these letters. The letters basically allow you to unlock cheats, basically. I do have a save file where I unlocked everything, so I do want to show that off when we do get the recording. So like I'll beat the game, but then I also want to show off like the cheats, because I don't see them, like, I don't see people show them off too often. So I think it'll be really nice, because I think there is like stuff like big head mode, you know, and like there's like a disco mode thing where like the colors are just really funky. Yeah. Oh yeah, so this is a letter again. This is actually, so it appears in the kind of bottom left. And this is actually why I colored the, like in the thumbnail for this. That's why I colored them like this gray color, basically to harken to both the letters that you find, that you collect, and also the nondescript Toa. It kind of has this gray icon. So I just really like how you don't have to use Hyuki at all. Like, they just have a dedicated Toa for construction. It would be nice if all the Toa could construct, but like, it is just really nice to have the Zamor launcher as well, because it is a weapon that doesn't require... Oh no.
Ammo.
Yeah, it doesn't require ammo. Yeah. So like if you're low on ammo, then this still has utility to it. Even if it can't be upgraded, it's still like a useful thing. So I'm just, you know, it's just really nice to see the detail that the developers, you know, poured into this game. Like, they didn't need to. Like, it's a DS game that's a first-person shooter that also was rated T for teen in America.
This was rated T for teen?
Yeah.
Oh, guess because it's a shooter, and that was the period of time where all shooters were.
Well, it was, you see, they were gonna make the console version an FPS, but then it was gonna get a M for mature rating by the ESRB. So, oh yeah, and sometimes there are like giant enemies around to change things up. But basically, like, yeah, this got the teen rating, and that probably hindered the amount of people, like the audience that this game had. So, you know, that's why I wanted to name this like the overlooked BIONICLE game, BIONICLE first-person shooter.
Because this is distinctly different than, it's not just a port. It's
no, it's very different.
Separate game.
Yeah, and that's oh yeah, there's also these little things here, like trash cans. I have no idea what they are, but they're just like in each level, and they have gears. And one of the things you can do, which is just a super nice detail, is that you can just jump onto them and break them and get the gears. You don't need to shoot them, you can just jump onto them. Like here I can shoot them and then, you know, burst them. But like, they didn't need to add that. Like, this you know, alternate way to break this thing. I always like to take these guys out first before constructing, because they'll mess you up. Also, another thing, there's lava down there. And when there's lava, there's exploration. So yeah, I you know, it's really got some like Metroid elements to it, which makes the levels fairly replayable, because then you know, once you get new abilities, like right here actually, this is a door that only Hyuki level 3 can break. So it's like noting down these things, you know, until you can come back later. That is present in the console version too, but again, like, they make it explicit. Like, they make it very clear what you need. In this, you gotta like keep your eyes open, you know, and you can easily miss that stuff if you're not looking. Here we go. It's the boy himself.
Oh boy.
So this boss battle is kind of interesting. It's like basically Hakan will fill the level with lava, and since you're not upgraded yet, you gotta like ascend this tower. Also, all of the Paraka are big cheaters because they have what are known as hit scan weapons.
Oh.
Which means that they can basically, like, yeah, just rapidly.
They have aimbot.
Yeah, oh yeah. So it looks like the lava is going up. Yeah. So I gotta get out of here. Where's the thing? Ah. Oh. See, like in BIONICLE Heroes on the console, I've mentioned how there's just like one very, like, you know, like, there's only one loop basically that you have to contend with that game. You know, you get hero mode and then you win. But in this game, like, this is a more interesting boss battle. Like, you know, there's actually like, you know, something going on that you gotta pay attention to with this lava and, like, you know, constantly moving around. Oh, there's Hakan. Where is he at? Oh. Oh. Yeah, the Paraka can just, like, mop the floor with you really, really quick. So, like, yeah. If I get hero mode, then I'll use it at the very end, because basically, well, actually, no, I can just show you because it'll happen very soon. Yeah, but they got some nice theming though. Like, you know, they gotta beat all these Turok.
Yeah. Fire themed enemies.
Yeah.
Even though Turok isn't technically a fire enemy.
Well.
Technically,
Yeah.
Rakshi of Fear? Question mark.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, he's running. He's running fast.
He wants Ujalar dead. Yeah. So basically, like, the cool thing about this level is that, you know, it basically culminates in you just being on this small platform, and you gotta get Hakan. I might have prematurely used hero mode, because oh yeah, but you can still maintain it if you get more gears, and so there's like a little more strategy again, because like you gotta just like run into gears, get them quickly so that you can maintain the hero mode and keep it going on for longer. Where's he at? No. And you respawn right back to him.
Oh boy.
This guy.
Dying
Oh, man.
does
very little.
Doesn't really do much.
Got him.
I see.
He's-
Hey.
He just ascends.
The lover's receding now.
Yep, and there it is. The mask.
Final mask.
The wearer of the Fire Toa mask. Great. Need not fear lava, and since they can walk through them without harm, it also adds the fire ring attack to their fire weapon. So yeah, they also get, like, you know, you get traversal options, but also like a more powerful weapon. There's also these ranking at the ends of each level, so there's rank Toa, rank Toraga, and also one that I don't think I've ever gotten, which is rank Matanui. That I have no idea how you get these ranks, and what you need, like, you know, if it's about speed or if it's just about collectibles gotten. I don't know, because there's no guides online for that. So yeah, that was Jolly's level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.